Hello and welcome to today's edition of The Exchange, live from Hollywood, Florida at Inside ETFs. As a reminder, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYC does not recommend investments or investment strategies. I'm joined today by my friend Nancy Davis. She's the founder of Quadratic Capital. Nancy, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So I see you're talking to all these different advisors. What's the conversation all about?
You know, everybody is sort of what's going on in fixed income. You know, we haven't had this period where the Fed's overnight rate is 5%, so it's making fixed income more interesting to financial advisors. They can actually get return and yield there again. So everybody's topic du jour is what's going on with the Fed's balance sheet, what's going on with interest rates, where is a good opportunity in fixed income. So,
yeah, I want to stay on that topic if I can, because I see you on CNBC. It feels like daily. You're talking about rates, you're talking about headlines, volatility in the market. When you look at markets today, are there opportunities?
Oh, definitely. I see a lot of opportunities out there. There's, you know, interest rate vol is something that most advisors are short because the ag index, a third of it is mortgages. And if you think about options very simply, homeowners are on the option to prepay. So if you own the financial mortgage, you're actually short fixed income vol to homeowners. So the topic du jour ever since Silicon Valley blew up, and that was because there are mortgages in the portfolio. As interest rates go higher, homeowners are rational and they don't prepay as quickly. So the duration extends, and then you get longer duration right when you don't want it. So I think a lot of investors are looking at our Quadratic, IVOL, and BNDD ETFs to gain long volatility exposure in the rates market.
Yeah, dig in a little bit for us. You know, explain, if you're not as familiar with Nancy and her ETFs, tell us how they work.
Well, they're both listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It was a wonderful experience ringing the bell with you the week that IVOL listed. We actually just celebrated our 4-year birthday last week. So it's been, can you believe it's been 4 years already? Yeah, it's crazy. So it's a TIPS fund, so it uses Treasury inflation protected securities, which are pretty new. They were invented by the US Treasury in 1997, but TIPS only give exposure to CPI, which is an index, right? It's a consumer price index. It's something even the Fed doesn't use, CPI. So we add another measure of inflation outside of CPI, and we do that with long options. So when it moves, you actually have that positive payoff, that positive convexity. So it's been so much fun to partner with you guys, list the fund, and I think it's been, you know, really a good solution for a lot of investors.
Yeah, certainly. And again, if you're not following Nancy Davis on social media, you need to go find her. You'll see her again often on CNBC. I know I get to see you in the mornings. Now, as a reminder, if you want to learn more about Nancy and her funds, you don't even have to remember their ticker symbols. Just write Quadratic Capital in the search bar at etfcentral.com. Again, etfcentral.com. Type in Quadratic or Nancy. You will find everything about her ETFs, and it's brought to you by none other than the New York Stock Exchange, as she said, the home of ETFs.